What's up, guys? Welcome to the first video of the Hackers Megaprimer series. In this series, we shall be discussing about skills that a person requires if he has to dive deep into the world of hacking. Okay, this is the first video, and as normal first videos do, this video is going to discuss about certain basics, the theory that goes behind the world of hacking. I promise to keep this video short, and I promise to not make this video boring with the theories and stuff. So in this video, as I've already told you, we shall be looking at certain definitions, the hacker types, what a hacker actually is, etc, etc. So without any haste, let's move on to a presentation that I just created the other day. So yeah, first let's define certain terms in the world of hacking. What is hacking? The art of gaining access to a particular system with or without the consent of its owner using developed tools is called hacking. Okay, so now that we know what hacking actually is, let's move on to the definition of a hacker. A hacker is a person who likes to tinker with electronic devices to discover more about their working and also can make or break them is called a hacker. Okay, so now that we know an appropriate definition of the hacker, let's move on to the next slide, which explains to us about the hacker types. One thing I'd like to mention here, guys, is that most of us, because of the net or the television, think that hackers are actually bad people who only deface websites and take down computers. That's not the case, guys. There are many types of hackers, and this slide is designed just for that purpose. This slide is designed to remove those misconceptions in your minds that hackers are actually bad people. Let's move on to the types of hackers. First types of hackers that we move into is the black hats. These are the usual bad guys that give hackers a bad name. These are the people that break into websites, deface them, launch denial of service attacks against web servers, and also exploit computers for their own malicious reasons. The next type is the white hat hacker. These are the info security pros who are out there to prevent the bad things from happening. These are actually the good people, good hackers as you can call them. And the last type of hackers are the grey hats. Hackers who like to be both and usually don't take any sides. I prefer to be a grey hat hacker for many reasons. One of them being that you don't have to necessarily get on the wrong side of the law, because you won't be doing anything wrong since you're not a black hat hacker, and since you're not a white hat hacker also, you don't have to patch up security exploits that you found on your client's web hosting server, or you don't have to conduct security audits for people. You can hack for yourself, and you can hack because it's fun. Okay, let's move on to the hacker ranks now. So as all of us know that each and everything has a community, and since hacking is also an art, this also has a community, and in the hackers community there are lots of ranks given to newbies and also elite hackers out there. Let's just take a brief glimpse as to what those ranks are actually. First rank is script kiddie. These are the young wannabe hackers that have no knowledge of hacking and use tools that are developed by pros to crack systems. These are the most dangerous guys or hackers, mind you, people, because these are the people that don't know what they're actually doing, and since they don't know what they're actually doing, they can stand to cause more harm to their targets. Next is an intermediate hacker. These are young hackers that have good knowledge of programming and hacking and use tools that they develop as well as those by the pros to hack in. So these people, have good knowledge. Yeah, I know what the script does, I know what this tool does, but still, I don't use only my tools. I use those tools that other hackers also develop. And the last type or the rank of a hacker, and this is the rank that eventually all of us have to get or achieve, that is the elite hackers. Those are the pros out there who develop tools and exploits and actually do the real hacking. So I'd like to tell you all about this small term exploit over here. Exploits are actually a piece of programming language code that take advantage of a software flaw in any computer. Okay, so let's move on now. After knowing the hacker ranks, it's only fair enough if we go for the requirements. So, what are the requirements? First, the technical requirements: a computer with at least 1 GB of RAM and 2 gigahertz of CPU speed. Well, this is a must, guys, because some of the hacking tools and software that we will be using need CPU speed. And since hackers have a lot of things to do, we'll be running multiple processes at the same time. And since those computer organization books out there say so, that the more CPU speed you have, the more processes you are able to run. Next thing is additional software which can be downloaded when and as and when required. So I'll be giving you all free links on for downloading free software, but they're great software, guys. And since time is on the short here, I'd like to keep this video below 15 minutes if possible. But software that we use is going to be quite fine, and as time comes by, we shall be downloading those software. And a will to learn. This is the most important requirement, I shall say. And now, before wrapping up, I'd like to tell you all some important notes. Basic programming knowledge is required, guys, and shall be given in abundance in later videos. Okay, so if needed, we shall also skip the programming section because, hey, since we have lots of hacking tools out there, we don't have to really program our own hacking tools. Let's move on now. Basic networking knowledge as how, what LAN, what WAN is, things like that. Knowledge of system organization like registers, RAM, what the stack is, what the heap memory is. Don't worry, this shall be given in abundance in later videos. And knowledge of operating basic and advanced software. Don't worry, guys, if you're not able to understand these terms, or if you're not able to get what I actually mean, because the Hackers Megaprimer series is designed exactly for that purpose. If you bring a person who absolutely has no knowledge of hacking, then after the completion of the Hackers Megaprimer series, that fellow will be the person you'll be learning from. Fine enough. So let's just look at a basic glimpse of what a hacker does. So first he identifies his target. So for example, if I want to hack into my network, then I identify certain IP addresses that correspond to the computers on my network. And then I do my reconnaissance or recon. That is, I scan for open ports and I scan for what operating systems they're running. And then perhaps I shall run some vulnerability scanning tools or search some vulnerability databases and correspond my port scans to exploits that are available. And after that, I shall use those exploits to pawn and own. Pawn and own is a hacker word or term used to indicate that the system has been hacked. And finally, after hacking, we shall do the post exploitation. So that was all, guys, in this video, or in this slide, as you would expect it. So before wrapping up, I'd like to show you a great source that I found on the internet. Let's go to Google, and then we'll just type in download the Hackers Underground Handbook for free. There you go. Click on this and you'll come up with a link. Now check out the link over here, www.epubbud.com, and you have to download this book. It's a great book, guys. Let me show you what I mean actually. This is the book that I'm talking about, the Hackers Underground Handbook, written by David, who's one of the greatest hackers that I've ever known. And it covers topics like introduction, how you can use this book, what a hacker actually is, hacker hierarchy as we have already dealt, and what it takes to become a hacker. Then it moves on to programming sections as to whether or not you really need it, where you should start, and the best way to learn, and lots of other stuff as passwords, network hacking, Windows hacking, malware, web hacking. Finally, the conclusion and his site for some tutorials. I strongly recommend that you download this ebook and start reading, guys, because it's really going to help you all out there. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I know this was a boring video because of the theory in it, but in the next video we shall be looking at whether or not we need programming, and we shall also be looking at the first live demonstration of hacking into the Windows password using a very nice tool that we'll be downloading in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.